Ipswich Buses, your local bus company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich Buses today. A single £1.20, a return only £2. Find out more information at www.ipswichbuses.co.uk. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talking Town. Again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to Ipswich Buses Matchday Ticket. It is your pre-game show. I'm your host, Martin the Governor Lambert. This is an FCA finalist presentation of Talking Town. Welcome in. The chat is absolutely buzzing. It's an unchanged lineup from 6-0 thrashing we gave to Doncaster midweek. I'm thoroughly excited. I've got Ben, the Milktray Man Adams, joining us. Hopefully, Amy and a few of those in the field at Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. And along with Bricktop Peter Cox joining us as well. Now, we've been speaking off air, me and the Milktray Man, and we've come up with if you would like a halftime show, because we've not been doing those, now we're back at the stadium at home games, but we're quite happy to do one. But if you want us to do a halftime show, smash the like button on this show. If we get 100 or more likes, we'll do a halftime show for you. If we don't, then we'll just sit back, chill, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit, have a Garibaldi, say la vie. Get a few comments. Got Tractor Boy Botswana, welcome in. Come on, you Blues. Good luck to you all at Aki. 4-1, he reckons. Duncan, afternoon all. Hope you've arrived safe and well. Yes, certainly. It's a wet old day. I hope they have arrived well, and I hope they're not going to get too wet stood on the terraces. Colin Plum. Afternoon, everyone. 3-1 today, though I hope I'm wrong, and it's 5-0. Matt Johnson, rumour has it Fury will fight Morsey after Wilder trilogy. Barry Mann's in the room. Welcome in, Barry. Thanks for your information this morning in regards to the banner. Bam Bam's in the room. Felixstowe Blues, Chris Blake, Samuel Bower, all in the room. Absolutely love it. Very quickly, though, if you are in the comfort of your own home and you are sitting back chilling, we have had a record number of entries, but the Prediction League is still open. Hit the link. 4 scores, correctly predict them, prizes to be won, get involved. But joining us from Accrington Stanley, first of all, is a group of people, it looks like. I will try and welcome in. If the link is not great, we'll obviously try again, but bear in mind they are in the field. It is Amy Downs, Vicky, Ben King, and everybody else. Welcome, guys. Hello. How are we? Hello. No, they can't hear me. They can't see me. But I can see them. There you go. A little bit of Accrington Stanley for you. We'll try again in just a second. But here is one of my contributors. You may know. Welcome to Private Space Therapy, the business of our very own Milktray Man Ben Adams, who's a certified therapist and counsellor registered with the BACP. Ben's offering appointments face-to-face in Colchester on the beautiful university grounds, or by video, telephone, or even home visit. So if you do feel like you need someone professional to listen, to understand, and to discuss what's going on with you, give Private Space Therapy a call. Private Space Therapy. Non-judgmental, unconditional support with you at the centre always. Call 01206 259 311. And he's here with me today, free of charge. Ben Milktray Adams, welcome in, my man. If I could choose somebody to talk to, it would be you. You're a great guy with some great things to say. But today's all about Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. How you feeling?
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Feeling really good. Obviously, off the back of last week, which is just, I think, you look at all the forums and everyone talking. It's just kind of lifted the whole fan base. Kind of gave us a taste of what's possible. I'm really excited today. I'm also really pleased that Cook kept the same team. because there's always that propensity to kind of fiddle with something or just make something a bit better. No, really simple. Something worked. Try it again. So I'm really, really up for today, and I'm feeling really, really positive.
Good grief, he's up for today and he's feeling really positive.
I am.
Gee, that's I mean, this is somebody, ladies and gentlemen, who said the season was, I'm not gonna let you forget this, season was over a couple of weeks ago.
As it stood, it was over. We didn't know where the next win was coming from. And, that run we're on, and I hope this is not a blip of good fortune. It looks like it's something more, I would like to hope. But as it stood, yes, the season was over. We couldn't buy a win, but all of a sudden, we got a little run together. So let's see if this run, today's a test of that, really, because every team's capable of smashing another team in any league on the right day. But today's I think it's the bigger test to see is this a corner we've turned? Or was that just a day when a team happened to be very good and they happened to be very bad? But for me, for my money, I would say what I saw there was something coming together, partnerships being made, Morsey bringing it all together, allowing Evans to be free, Wes Burns and Macaulay Bond having this amazing partnership. You're starting to see this all around the pitch, little piece at a time. And let's keep it going.
Absolutely. Just we've got Tractor TC. Don't we have to name a club developed player in the Matchday squad? If not, we can only name 6 subs. I believe so. I haven't seen the bench. If Wolfenden's on it, he is the club developed player. If he isn't, then yes, you are correct. Currently watching us on YouTube, it's not counting our Facebook viewers, 96 of you are watching on YouTube. If you like what we do and you want us back at halftime, hit that like button, because if we don't get 100 likes or more, we will not be back at halftime. We're at 33 right now. Ben Adams, sorry, Ben Moore. That's a different Ben. So we'll see if we get there. But joining us now is not Amy. She's having some internet issues. We'll work through those as we go through the season. I've got a little box I could give her, haven't I, Ben? Because I could give her the internet box there that tends to do all right unless it gets overheated.
It's done all right. As long as you get some wind on it, it tends to work really well. So it's done us very well so far.
That said, no matter how much I do love being back at the football stadium, it is a little bit nice to be in a studio again, or at home with a nice dry and no wind.
I'm looking outside my window now. It is absolutely miserable down there, and from what we just saw with the camera with Amy and everyone, it was absolutely miserable down there as well. But we get 3 points today. It's always sunny in my heart.
Well, absolutely, except on Tuesday night when it was absolutely torrential. But joining us now, a man who missed the 6-0 because he was training, would you believe, in Norwich, of all places. Peter, are you there?
Buenos tardes, gentlemen. I'm here. Yes.
Good man. First of all, let's have this group therapy session. Good afternoon, Danny. This group therapy session where we, lovely to see you, Danny, as always. Coxie, you missed the Tuesday night 6-0 hammering. How do you feel?
Hello, Mrs. Adams.
2:30 in the afternoon in a dressing gown. Oh God.
Bye. I do love your wife, Ben. She's brilliant.
She's
absolute blast. Coxie, 6-0. You missed it. You were in Norwich. What an awful
keep rubbing it in, yeah.
Oh, I will, son. I will. How do you feel? Talk to us. You got myself, got the BACP counsellor here. Talk to us. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us how you're feeling.
Ben is in the house. Well, I was cut to the chase. I was obviously cheesed off with that, yeah. Especially as Matty went, we weren't going to let him go, but he sort of sent me a text saying, "Dad, I've got to go and I want to see Morsey." And I said, "All right, I'll transfer the money across," and down he went.
Oh, you're transferring money for the go, are you? Oh, if I'd known
that. He's a teenager. They cost you a fortune, mate. You got this to come.
I'd have stuck the. You want? Here we go.
Now my webcam's given out. Look,
there he goes. You want to transfer some money to yourself, Coxie?
The webcam's gone.
You should have kept some of that money in the account, man. You could pay for a better internet subscriber.
He's got the Adam Flat package.
The internet is fine. It's just obviously the webcam's giving up the ghost.
What I thought I'd upset him, Ben, because when Matt turned up with Griff, I was like, "Oh, Matty's here," which means Dad's got to be around. He never showed up. I thought I'd upset him. I was like, "Ooh, we don't." All right, well, I've not upset him, but no, he wasn't at the game.
I was there.
You weren't there. That's the thing. But Ben, tell him from your perspective, in your own way, in your own words, because you're great at that. What did he miss Tuesday night? Not just 6-0, but what else did he miss?
You missed what we've been looking for 24 games, arguably. Okay, you can discount last season, but I thought the thing we've been missing all season, and we've all known it, is that hole in front of that back four, which is the hole that Morsey fills. And every single team we've played has bombed into that hole and absolutely put us to the sword, whether they're a good team, an average team, or a team just promoted, or if they're rubbish. And all of a sudden, we put that one thing in place, the one key that unlocks the door that sorted that whole team out. And I will put that, and I've seen a lot of debuts in my time, I would put that as probably the best debut of an Ipswich Town player I've ever seen in my life. And I'm thinking back to things like Finley George. Okay, his debut was good. That's all that was good. And I think, he was in his sort of late 40s when he even done that. So he had the experience. But I've seen some really great debuts of players. But that was a debut of a player that complemented a system, and a system that Cook's actually been using. It just all of a sudden made sense. So I'm really, really looking forward to what he can do today.
Absolutely. It's an unchanged side, Coxie. So obviously you won't have the benefit of watching it. You'll be hearing it instead. And
nice wink, wink, yeah.
So I got something on my eye. But obviously an unchanged side. What are you most looking forward about seeing from this 11, having not been there on Tuesday night?
Well, I'm looking for hopefully, as Ben said, hopefully sign that we have turned the corner. I don't want to use the G word, has things suddenly G'd together, gelled. I've just looked for things. It's obviously, as much as there'd be some out there who will be thinking it's going to be, another big score. It's going to be a 3 or 4-0, which I don't think so. But now, at the very least, we did come away with a draw. But I think we can win it today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can win it. They're not in great form. They got hammered midweek. Doesn't mean we're going to hammer them, obviously, today. But this is a perfect opportunity to play a team that we've not really done that well against, Ben. Last 5 visits, I had a little tweet out this morning. I'll just quickly grab that. The last 5 visits or games against Accrington Stanley have not really proved. Well, we've won a few of them. Here we go. We got lost 1-0, lost 2-0 in 2019. 2020 and 2021 have been successful though. 4-1, 2-0, and then 2-1 the last time we played there on the 2nd of March 2021. Do you expect a 2-1? As in, or do you expect the more 4-1 scoreline that we did at home in January of 2020?
I think all of our hearts say we expect a 3 or 4-1 or something, but I think it's going to be really rough conditions today, and that does affect football. Rough conditions. It's really hard to say because I know they're missing a few players as well. I think they've got one suspended, one unavailable that are mainstays in their squad. I'm expecting something a lot tighter today. And there's a thing when you do that, what I said on the other day, the declaration of war on the league, well, all of a sudden every other team takes up and takes notice. So I think they would have watched that 6-0 very, very closely. And I don't think you will see like Evans getting the space he had as much, but don't know, conditions will dictate today. It is rough down there. It's like a bloody cyclone. So
it is.
I'm going to go for something tighter, a much, much tighter than Tuesday.
Absolutely. Mike the Fisherman, good afternoon. Town fans, safety guy, good afternoon, Mike. Safety guy 20, 1 or 2-0 to us. Will be fab. Don't be too downhearted with the draw. By the way, we will not be doing a halftime show unless we get 100 likes or more on YouTube. Currently watching us on YouTube is 125 people. We've got 56 likes. Quick maths. 69, a lot of people's favourite number, that. more likes, and
A
we
meal
will be
for
doing a
two, yeah.
halftime show. Absolute Milford.
Oh, sorry, too early in the day. Sorry.
Milford.
Never too early in the day for that.
He's
Sorry.
he's got me with that one. I'm about to go. Sorry. Coxie. That's a brilliant line. Where's Coxie, says the fisherman. He's hiding in the broom cupboard. Ben Moore. 2-1 Stanley are a good side. Might not be in form right now, but they will come good. Conman's a good manager. They will play to Bishop. A draw, they said, Ben. Would you be upset with the draw? Because I would be. I'll lay on the cards. Anything but a win today.
I think,
I'm upset.
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. I think after Tuesday, yes, I would be a bit upset with the draw. But I wouldn't be devastated because we're on now a little mini run. And of course, a run, we all want to win them all. But there is something to be said for being unbeaten and gaining momentum. And with a couple of the top clubs stalling a little bit now, we're not quite having their momentum is slowing down a bit. And ours is all of a sudden, ramping up a little bit. Mm-hmm. What we all said at the beginning, we start every season on fire and we always fall away. It kind of looks like the opposite is happening, but you do that by stringing little runs together. A draw, I would be disappointed because I want to win, but I wouldn't be devastated. And I hate to say a bit of Mick McCarthy here, but at first, don't lose. That's my thing. You arrive with a point, Coxie. Ben says, don't lose. Have a bit of that I might say the word. Have a bit of that steel about. That's the fella. That's the one. Yep, in with cherries on top. Would you agree with Benny there, Coxie, or are you a bit like me?
No, I think I agree with Ben. Well, I sort of agree a bit with you both, really. I mean, it's important not to lose. It's important to keep the momentum going. But after Tuesday night, it's got to be the win. It's got to be the win, really. But would I be disappointed with the draw? No, not really. Not really. Because it keep the mentality going. It means we haven't lost.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I've just looking at the prediction league. Sorry to cut across you there. We had a record number of entries this week on the prediction league, and we're only a couple away from triple figures. So if you're not yet entered, get involved. Get us there. That would be a great little week. 10-2. Let's get a few comments. We've got Mark Alga, 1878. I wouldn't be happy with a draw, but it wouldn't be a disaster. Ben Moore. Bonta scored in the 69th minute.
Great
Colin says we all like that number. Then Felixstowe Blue says Colin is such filth. Sid Driver, for fuck's sake, what have you started, Coxie? Lee Anderson, we can't afford draws. Sid Driver, meal for two with a view.
We can afford the more than losses, though.
Absolutely.
That might be important.
Meal for two with a view. Gary, fucking hell, Sid. Gary Denny. This is why I got to mark this content not safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is why I got to do it on YouTube. Gary Denny. Defenders will mark some slips today. Well, sorry. Not mark some slips. They will make some slips. Hope Cook warns them about passing back to goalie on a muddy pitch. Apparently, they've done their pitch, that Stanley. So even though it should be wet, it should still be slick, which should be good for Selena and co. Barry Man, I'll be okay with a draw as long as you play good football. Nathan, how do I do prediction league? Nathan, you hit this link in the chat right here, my friend. You go through, you make 4 score predictions on the fixtures. Don't tell me which team you think is going to win. Just tell me the scores. I don't care if you think Norwich or whatever. Just 2-1 Norwich or what have you. Monkey Man also asked for the link. There you go in the chat. Adam Beasley, draws away from home are fine, especially like that today. Just keep winning. I'll question that with you, Coxie. Is it okay to draw away from home on days like today, even though you slipped up away at Cheltenham, where you expect the other big teams will not, despite slipping up at home to Morecambe, where you expect the big teams to not? Wimbledon, MK Dons. Is it now not okay to draw away from home because you've got to right those wrongs and play catch up, Coxie?
Well, it depends on which perspective you're coming from. If you're coming from, the run we are on at the minute, and if you look at Sheffield Wednesday's result in midweek against Wigan, that probably wasn't a bad point for us on Saturday. From that perspective, a win, but a draw. They say, win your home games, draw your away games is good promotion form, or 2 points a game. So, but we are playing catch up. So, the win's got to be the win, really.
Your thoughts there, Ben, on the same thing?
Yeah, we are. To be fair, we are playing catch up. Actually, I didn't really take that into consideration. I think we're how many points off the top 2 now? Is it like 10 or 11?
It's something like that, yeah.
But then again, we've also got a game in hand because of the Wigan game. So we win our game in hand. I think then we're only 4 points off the playoff. So
Sunderland on 22, Wigan on 19, and we are on 10. So we're 9 points away from Wigan with the same number of games as Sunderland and Wigan to play. So
yeah, it's got to be a win. Then, isn't it? Actually, it's got to be a win. Okay, I've changed my mind. It's got to be a win today then.
Okay, Stanley are currently in 12th, 13 points from 10 games. Win today will see us go above Accrington Stanley. Where that may be, that depends on the teams between us and them. But obviously, you've got to start at some point going to places that you think are quite difficult, and there are difficult places at this level
in difficult conditions,
and winning, because that's what teams that want to be in the top 6 do, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah, you have no divine right to be in the top 6 because we're a massive club or anything. You've got to earn it and burn it all the way through. But I do think something has changed, and I just you ever get this thing? I'm not saying a sixth sense because I don't believe in all that rubbish, but do you get that feeling before a match where you just know it's going to go okay? And I had that on Tuesday. I was saying to Dad walking up the stadium, tonight's going to be a good one. It just feels it, and I feel that again today. Unchanged, people playing above themselves. I feel really good about today. I've got the gut feeling.
Ben, are they playing above themselves, or are they playing to their full potential?
Compared to the games before, they're playing above themselves. So we don't know what the full potential is yet because we haven't seen it. They do that 3 or 4 games in a row. That's their level. Great. Yeah. But, Tuesday night compared to the previous 22 games, yes, that was playing above themselves because they won. Mm-hmm. So if they do that again today, that's the new level set. That's why I want to see that happen 2 games in a row rather than the blip. It's something consistent, and that's going to be really important to see today.
Okay. Michael Finch, we need to follow up Tuesday's result with another positive result. Mike Brown says not winning today would diminish Tuesday's fantastic result.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not quite on that train. No, it was still brilliant Tuesday. Whatever happens, you can't take that away from us.
Okay, but you can't know, you're right, but it would maybe dent the it would take a brick out of the foundation set of bricks that you've put together. You'd weaken that foundation again. You've set something, you've set a platform, now go forward with it and use it. Ben Moore, not to look forward or anything, but Cambridge will be a very hard game. Lee Anderson, 2-1 to Town today, says Lee. Monkey Man, we need Tuesday to be the standard. Gary Denny Morsey will kick ass today on both sides. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff. We are 120 people on YouTube watching us right now, but only 80 of you hit that like button. 40 of you have not hit the like button. If you want us at half time, at least half of that 40 needs to hit the like button in the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, me and Ben and Coxie, feet up, cup of tea, Gary Baldy won't be here, and you'll have to just talk. Exactly, Ben. Yeah, absolutely. Michael Mayhew, a win. A win. Look at the bench. We have players who can come on and win the game. Mike says 2-0. I'm looking forward to seeing what Morsey can bring to the table away from home today, because obviously we saw him midweek, but today's away where you expect the home team to have a little bit of pressure and possession. I want to see if he can break up play, can improve game management situations. Are you looking for that from Morsey today, Ben? Are you having an eye on him as we watch?
Absolutely.
Or listen?
He will dictate the entire season. I'm telling you right now, if that man stays fit, we have got a fighting chance to do something special. And away at a ground that's open and wet and cold, a ground we haven't traditionally done particularly well at, it will take someone like Morsey to win it. So I'm not saying it all hinges on one man. It's what one man does to the team. And I say it's almost like a cliche now. I want a player that makes everyone else play better. And he actually makes an entire team play better. I mean, Christ, he made 4 players just fly on Tuesday. So he will dictate today. If he plays well, we win.
Absolutely. Coxie, before we go to the bold predictions, Cookie made a little bit of a tweak in the game Tuesday. Moved Selena wide, brought Fraser inside. Do you want to see that from the get-go? Would you want to see Fraser play behind Bond with Selena out wide, or are you quite happy again to let the game dictate how that plays?
No, I definitely would like to see Fraser in the middle and Selena out wide. I was shouting for that at the Sheffield Wednesday game. I just thought, that Fraser hasn't got the pace of out wide. He's far better in the middle. He's been a bit of an unsung hero for me. So definitely Slainer on the left and him in the middle, please.
Yeah,
Mr. Cook.
Absolutely. We're 8 likes away. Rob Smith, we are now 8 likes away. Monkey Man said he'd smash the like button 50 times, but unfortunately it does not work that way, he says. And or she says, and sadly, no, Monkey Man, it does not. Gary Denny, by 70 minutes, we'll be 3-0 up and putting Norwood on for Edwards. Oh, well, 3-0 up, I'll take it. Kiwi, the first time in 3 years I've been reasonably confident of win at Stanley. They're coming out. Here we go. Bold prediction time. Track the boy box when it says they're coming out. So let's have our bold predictions and we wrap up the pre-game show. Chat, get active with your bold prediction scoreline. But Ben, kick us off. What is your bold prediction for today?
3-1. 3-1's a solid score. 3-1.
Okay, yeah, I love that. Coxie?
I'm gonna go for my usual, my favourite, a 2-1 to Town.
2-1 to Town. 6 likes left, said Robert Smith. Absolutely. I'll give you a little bit of leeway because I know some of you watch a little bit behind the play. I'll give you to 3:05. So you've got 5 minutes after kickoff to smash that like button. I'm going to say 3-1 Town. I'll stick with my 3-1. We've got Danny Allen 1-1, Simon Wall 2-0. 4-1 says Gary Denny. Okay. Either way, I shall see you either at half time, depending on you guys and girls, or at full time for the Fans React show. But I am the governor. That is the Milktray Man. I don't know what that is. We'll be back. Speak to you soon. With love, with care.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back.